Hi, I'm Loli, and I'm so glad you are here.
Hi, my friends. So this video is part of the Recreation Inspiration Challenge, and we are challenged to recreate another creator's project that inspires us, recognize their talent, and give credit to them as well. So we have some inspiration from Bethany, and she created this beautiful chandelier for the outdoors. And I wanted to create something, but I didn't have where to hang it, so I went to the drawing board and I came up with this. For this project, I'm going to use one of these rounds from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to paint it with my chiffon color from Rust-Oleum. And then I'm going to use this charger from Dollar Tree as well, and some floral foam. And I'm going to cut it into 4 individual pieces so I'm able to stick them onto the bottom of my charger. I'm going to go ahead and line them up as you see right here. And then I'm going to attach them all to the charger using some hot glue. Now that they're all nicely lined up, I'm going to take some floral moss from Dollar Tree and I'm going to add it to all the sides of the floral foam. Once we were done, this is what it was looking like. Now we're going to take that wood round once it was nice and dry, and I'm going to place it right there in the middle, and I'm going to rock it back and forth to create an indentation of it. And then take my little putty knife and I'm going to cut off a section of the floral foam from there, doing it in an angle so I don't go too deep. I do want to create a little trench that I'm able to put some hot glue into and attach the ring into it as well. Now I'm going to add some hot glue to the sides once again, since that hot glue that was in the bottom sank down, and we want to make sure we have it nicely attached. Then I'm going to take a variety of different greenery from Dollar Tree. I'm going to start with this eucalyptus one, and I'm going to cut them into individual pieces and put them towards the sides and the middle of the ring. I'm trying to keep everything symmetrical. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. And I'm trying to frame this circle as best as I can. There's no rhyme or reason in the way, well, actually there is, symmetry. I am all about symmetry. So I'm just trying to, keep things balanced and then keep adding greenery here and there until I'm completely happy with what it's looking like. Here, as you see, I'm using greeneries of different shades of green to create a little bit more visual interest and some texture and variation as well. My friend, if you enjoyed this video so far, don't forget to leave it a big thumbs up. Alright, so then I continue to use some more of the greenery. Here I'm taking some of this boxwood and I'm adding it on each side as well. And I continue to add more and more until it was completely filled. Then I'm going to take some of this beaded garland from Dollar Tree and I'm going to use it as a way to tie up my solar pieces. So I'm just going to loop it over the ring as you see there and twist it around until it's nicely secured and cut off that excess piece that I do not need. Then I'm going to take that solar light and see exactly how long I'm going to need that to be. Cut off the excess, loop that garland through that hanger of the solar light and then twist it in place as well. And I'm going to repeat the same process with 2 other of these lights on each side of the previous one. As I was adding the last one, then I realized here that I didn't like how low this one was hanging, so I decided to bring this one a little bit higher up than the other 2, and I'm just going to wrap the excess garland around the side there, and I love how this turned out. But I wanted more, already, I'm not done yet. So here I'm just using this wipey to distress the ring just to give it a rustic look, and that is it for this one. Look how cute that turned out. Don't forget to let me know what you think. As I mentioned earlier in the video, this video is part of the Recreation Inspiration Challenge that is hosted monthly by Katie from Lady Red Crafting, and it was hosted as well by Amanda from Six Kids in a Glue Gun. Amanda had to step away for a little while, so I'm going to be hosting with Katie in the future. I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Katie, for having me. And our guest host this month is Aurea from DIY with Aurea. The links to our channels and to the playlist will be linked in the description box below and also pinned in the comments. Make sure that you head on over to our channels and to the playlist and show everyone some love. Alright, my friends, for our next inspiration, I was inspired by Katie from Lady Red Crafting. She made this beautiful planter using a water can, and I decided to use this water can that I got recently at a local garage sale. So the first thing that I'm going to do is clean it very well, and then I'm going to paint it with 3 coats of my Rust-Oleum flat paint in the color white. Once it was nice and dry, I'm going to use some of these stickers that I got from Dollar Tree. They actually rub on transfers, and I'm going to use the top portion. I'm going to use those little utensils or tools, and then I'm going to use this middle portion that says Farm Fresh Flowers. I'm going to add it to the side right here, use my burnisher, and then just go ahead and put it right on there. If any of the places start lifting when you're doing this, just bring it back down, rub it up a little bit more as you see me do right there, and it will come out just perfect. Then I took these little individual tools and I'm going to cut them as you see there and put them all the way around the first rub and transfer that I attached. Friend, if you enjoyed this video so far, don't forget to leave me a big thumbs up, and while you're there, please consider subscribing. It is free and it means the world to me. And also make sure that you hit the notification bell so YouTube notifies you each time that I upload a new video. All these things are free and they mean the world to me. Alright guys, so here I'm just continuing to add the pieces, and in any fashion, different angles here and there, just making sure they rub them really nicely. And here the trick is to rub them until you see that they get a little bit lighter against the film. That shows you that they have adhered correctly. So here I decided to use the planter instead of the water can, and I'm going to go ahead and rub it the same way as I did right there, just making sure not to scrape my can also. And then once I'm done doing this, I'm going to take it outside and spray it with the clear coat. But actually no, first we're going to distress it. I'm going to use my folk art rich black paint, and I just want to give it a pitch in a chipped enamel look to it. So I'm just putting little dents here and there, trying to do it in places in which you will usually get any wear and tear, something like this. And then after that, I took it outside and gave it a clear coat. Once it was nice and dry, I'm going to take some of these solar flowers from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to take a piece of floral foam and glue it to the bottom of the watering can first. Once that's nicely secured in there, I'm going to position the flowers into my watering can. I'm trying to alternate between the colors that they have here, between the yellow, the purple, and the pink. And I'm trying to keep them at different heights, but it was kind of hard to push them here and there. So I'm just removing each one of the tags that come to protect the solar light from, being on before it's being bought. And I'm taking off those tags, and that's what you see, that mess on the side there. So I'm just adding on my flowers, trying to put them close together in different colors, and creating some variation and some interest. And this is how it's looking so far. And just hold on 1 second and you'll see it when it's all lit up. Look how cute. But here some of them were not fully charged, but here you can see the gif of it. It came out so cute. Don't forget to let me know what you think. Alright, let's move on to the next inspiration. This inspiration and all others after this were inspired by Jaime, the crafty DIY guy. He made this lamp using a vase and some Dollar Tree products, so I'm going to recreate this in different ways to give you different options. For this one, I'm going to use some of these rocks, one of these bowls from the Dollar Tree.
and this vase from the Dollar Tree. I added 4 packs of these rocks to my vase to be nice and heavy and substantial. I wanted the colors of the rocks to go all the way up the vase. In this part, I had a little helper. So here, while he deals with the rest of the rocks, I'm going to take the tag off of my solar light that I'm going to use. And now here, he's helping me add him on. He wanted me to put him right there. There you go. All right, so I'm going to take off the cover off of this new solar light from Dollar Tree so I can remove that handle. I'm going to make sure that it fits correctly here. I'm measuring exactly where it's going to be hitting the vase. So once I'm sure of that, I'm going to go ahead and add hot glue to that section just so it will stay in place. I don't want this to be permanent, otherwise I will use E6000. I repositioned the light section back on, added some hot glue to the top as well, just to keep it in place in case it's a windy day. And then that is it for this one. Look how beautiful this turned out. You can see it during the day, and here is how it looks at night. Look how beautiful that is. You let me know in the comments what you think. Alright, for the next inspiration, we're going to be using one of these cups that I got from the Dollar Tree at the summer section, and one of these bowls as well from the catering section. The first thing that we're going to do is remove those tags, and then we're going to use one of these solar lights from the Dollar Tree. We're going to go ahead and cut off that bottom section. I'm just using a utility knife to score it, and then I'm going to come in with my needle nose pliers and then just break it off to remove the biggest amount. Once I have removed those pieces, I'm going to use my sanding block and my zip sander to remove any rough edges and try to make this as flat as possible. I'm using the zip sander so I do not do so much scratching to the bottom of the solar light. Now we are going to clean all 3 pieces very well with some glass cleaner from the Dollar Tree and make sure that it's nice and dry. And once that it is, I'm going to take some hot glue and add it to the bottom of my cup. And then I'm going to add the solar light to it as well. And then we're going to add a lampshade as well. I'm going to add some hot glue to it, but first this wasn't fitting flush. That little lip at the bottom there of the bowl was letting it be a little lopsided, so I just sanded it down a little bit, cleaned it up. And now I'm going to add some hot glue to the top section of the solar light, making sure to avoid the little solar panel, and then I'm going to press it down. And that is it for this one. Look how cute that turned out. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? The next inspiration is another nice and simple one. I'm going to take this vase from Dollar Tree, and the first thing that I did is remove that tag from the bottom. The easiest way to do that is to add some heat to the tag, and especially with glass, it makes it a lot easier to remove. So you see how easy that came out, but it did leave some residue. I tried to clean it with a wipe, but it wasn't working. So I took a drop of glue gun, added to it, came back with the wipe one more time, and it worked as a charm. Everything was nice and smooth, and the glass was nice and clean. Now we're going to take this solar light that we got from Dollar Tree, remove that bottom portion, and we are going to add some beads, or some gems to the bottom of our vase. And here you can add as much as you want. Just make sure that you leave enough room for that light to fall underneath. Then I added some hot glue to the bottom section of the solar light where the base will be touching it to make sure that it stayed in place. This step is optional. I'd rather everything for me to be nice and steady while I'm outside, so I went with this option. Then I'm going to take one of these glass bowls from Dollar Tree. You can find this in the dinnerware section. I'm going to go ahead and remove that tag using the same process with the heat, and making sure also to wipe it out nicely so you have a nice clear surface to work with. Now that our surfaces are ready, I'm going to add some hot glue to the top section of the solar light. And this is just to hold it in place again. I will not use any E6000 just in case I need to change my solar light throughout the time that I'm using this. But for now, just hot glue will do the trick. And that is it for this one. You let me know what you think. For the next inspiration this evening, we're going to be using this vase that I got from Dollar Tree. I'm not sure exactly when I got this, but it's been in my stash. And I'm going to add one of these stake solar lights as well. I'm going to do the same thing. Remove that tag, remove that bottom section of the stake, and we're going to add it to our base right there. You can see here how beautiful this is, and it changes colors. I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the previous one, but minus the stones. I'm just going to glue this directly into the base with some hot glue, making sure that it's nicely secured and that it's even with the opening of the base. Then I'm going to use one of these little saucers from the catering section of Dollar Tree. And the first thing that I do was just clean it and glue it to the bottom. And that is it for this one. Look how cute this turned out. I love it. And here we go with the final review. Don't forget to let me know in the comments which one of these projects today is your favorite.
My friends, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be blessed, be a blessing, and craft responsibly. And if you would like to follow me on social media, here are my social media links. And don't forget to visit my friends in the playlist. If you would like to watch some more of my videos, here's a suggestion, and you are more than welcome to binge away with this playlist as well. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. You're amazing. Bye.